My name is Paul Rich.
My name is Joachim Holmgren.
I'm Jacob Gruziak.
Hi, I'm Joe Kressa.
I'm David Ecka, president of Rooftop Agency, and this is Inside the Green Room.
Heineken and EDM, we've been partnering for a significant period of time. What we try and do at Heineken is always offer something that's just a little bit different, something that can add to the experience.
They were one of the first brands working with EDM, so when dance music was in its highest popularity, everyone wanted to have a piece of it, and then it plunged into sort of the underground for a long time. Most brands jumped ship and they didn't want to be associated with what it was, where Heineken realized what it was a culture and a music genre that a lot of people loved and had a lot of passion for. When you have that long-term relationship in a genre of music, there's just credibility that can't be bought, purchased, or stamped on the front of the show.
And Heineken never wants to be sort of the same thing. It's one of those brands that always wants to take chances, and I think it's such a good pairing with music, especially electronic music, because you always have these artists try new things and constantly evolving, so I think the pairing is perfect in that regard.
The genesis of the whole thing was, how do we create a moment where people pull out their cell phones and want to take a picture? We really went back to the agency, to Rooftop, and we're brainstorming ideas on how we get that moment where people are really going to stop and look.
We were looking for a really unique guerrilla activity, something that would give consumers who hadn't been to a green room some insight into what they might experience. So the Mobile Club is really a glass cube truck where we had Shaun Frank, one of our local Canadian Heineken DJs, perform outside of green room shows. And as people walked by and came up and interacted with this piece of installation, they were able to understand a little bit more about what the green room was. And it definitely was used as an awareness tool in order to connect music and brand.
But one thing that the agency came up with was, what if we pulled out the drummers, and we never had instruments coming into the club before, and it felt like it could give it a really kind of primal feel and really add something different, add something that people had never seen before.
I think the green room impact is interesting because you have three diverse markets where it's being driven through. So in Vancouver, there's an opportunity for the brand to work with one partner who owns multiple venues, being Blueprint. In Toronto, we work with a lot of larger promoters in here, so allowing for a more diverse relationship in an extremely large and important city. And in Montreal, we really focus on working with the most exciting and premium club, which is New City Gas. So really what the Green Room has done is it's gone into each market and uniquely and specifically created the right type of activity and the right type of branding to fit the market, the promoter, and just the region as a whole, versus going out and doing one blanket project for the whole country.
I think a big thing for us is finding that local connection, that local relevancy to the consumer. It's about kind of sponsoring and supporting kind of the local music community.
So while they're also bringing in really household names for whatever event or activation they're throwing, they're also doing a really great job of showcasing the talent that already exists in everyone's backyards, but might not have a platform to which they will become popular or to which people will know about them.
The evolution has been a lot of consumer experience. It's never, hey, this works, this is great. It's, how can we do this even better and better? And I think that's fun as an agency. There's always sort of a new challenge to expand that experience with, with consumers, the DJ's involvement, and everyone in between.
The entertainment landscape has never been so crowded as it is today. It's all about driving content that people want to engage in, that people want to share. If we can't deliver content that people want to share, then we've really not done our job.
We're getting a lot of great feedback from consumers, whether it's giving them the LED foam tubes, giving them sunglasses. It's something that's going beyond than just putting logos up on the walls. It's enhancing the experience, and I think that's been a big thing from consumers, is that they really appreciate it. It's not a brand just trying to talk to them, but it's sort of engage and challenge them.
We're not slapping a logo onto acts or onto venues. We're creating activities and activations.
Essentially, a big thing for me isn't kind of what we've done, but how we're gonna learn from what we've done and kind of apply it moving forward. I think there's a lot of opportunity. I think once we kind of figure out what we need to say as a whole, then how did we really bring that to life in the music space?
I think it's all about getting that little bit extra. It's about getting that little extra moment that you didn't think was going to be delivered, and hopefully with the green room activations, we're hopefully delivering that little bit extra to both consumers and to the EDM scene.